Alright, it's day 199. We are moving T minus fucking 3 days till I'm done, till I'm free. But today was today was a good day, but I didn't probably start working till like 12, but it's currently 2 a.m. right now. So I don't know how long I worked today. I had to do a lot of like admin work for my other brand, so like order fulfillment, and I'm doing all that like in-house, so it's a lot of work, especially when it stacks up. So I was doing that, and then I was working on the script. I know I shouldn't be, but there's a few more things, but it's running right now. I'm getting leads, I'm watching it go, I'm monitoring it. I don't need to be, but I just changed a few things, but it's at the point where it's like I could give it 10 URLs, 10 LinkedIn posts, and it's gonna get through all 10, and it's gonna upload all the data, and it's gonna do everything, which is good. It's a way more efficient process than where I was. So I'll take that as a win. Can it go through 100 posts in a row over 3 days without stopping? I don't know. I don't like the current, no, probably not. But it's like I'm at the point where I can't spend too much more time on this shit, so I'm gonna just let it fly as is. I can do fucking 10 posts at a time, which is like a couple hours of work completely in the background, not using my computer. So that's what I'm gonna have to do, get all the leads. I gotta organize the data still, and then really come up with a new angle, because I'd done this method before. Obviously, it wasn't as niche down, which was the whole point of me making this script and getting all this data again. But there's some discrepancy. I feel like there is some kind of angle that I need to hit to sell these ebooks and sell them like a high percentage. I just need to come up with that. Like, I don't know. I gotta make this offer really good, is basically what I'm trying to say. And I have a general idea of what I'm gonna do, but there's always that uncertainty where it's like, fuck, I don't know if it's actually gonna work, But I have another fucking business that I'm cooking, which is like a good and a bad thing. But it's like when I have I like having a couple things in the fire, because it's like, it's just basically like at the lowest point, it's like just hope, It's like, well, I have that shit could rip, Like my current shit's fucked, but like that one could go up, and sometimes it does. But I do think just having one thing on a long period of time is the best. But none of my current projects I would want to do. I'm just not that interested in. Except for, actually, the shit I'm doing right now, the career ebook stuff, I think is interesting, and it has longevity. Like there's so many different verticals I could jump to within the business. Like I could make a software company, and so I'm not giving up on that at all. But I kind of forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I have three things, I guess, in the fire. I have my main business, which is that's gonna be basically my job now. Like I'm free from, I have no authority, obviously, but like that's basically my job now. I just have to make enough money with that until one of these ebook stores pops, one of the bubbles pop, and I make my money, and I make more money with that. And it's like, when I first did this method, I did 15 sales at a $10 ebook, so it was $150, and you don't want to know how many leads. Well, over 10,000, and so my conversion rate was horrible. But it was also a bit of a learning curve, because as I was sending these sales emails, as I was emailing these people, I was learning. It was more of like a trial run, and so I feel like I know what works to a certain extent. And that's basically all it is. Like there's like emotional selling, and there's also like you gotta have some kind of rationality to it. And it's just like when I was making the script, like it took me 2 days to get to this point, and I restarted the process 3 times today, and it takes me like 20 minutes to get to this point now. So it's like you go through the repetitions and you start to understand shit. So that's basically what I'm saying with the ebook thing. Is like I went through a trial run. I feel like I understand things a bit better now. So I do think this run is going to go a lot better, and I have a bit of a tailwind with the hyper niche down targeting. Like I have these people's majors, their college major, and their interests, and I can group them into 20 different groups, and I can speak to them and make a product that's tailored very specific to their situation. Versus before, I just made a bunch of ebooks that covered the broad scope of internship and jobs for $10. You know, it's like I don't think it was very convincing. I don't think it was very like jarring, but in a good way. So I don't think it stuck out to anyone. I mean, I had a few sales, but that's my thinking with it. And also with this offer, and the offer is going to be virtually the same. It's just going to be wrapped with a different wrapping paper. I mean, obviously the offer is going to be good. Like I'm going to deliver. I'm not going to like fucking scam these people. But it's going to be like relatively the same offer, just in a different wrapping paper with more like specific tips per group. But like 80% of it's going to be relatively the same. And so I just need to sculpt that, and it's really just about how it's presented. And also, I'm probably gonna charge $20, $30, maybe $50. I'm playing around with a figure, at least $20 for it. So I need to sell less, and I also think having a higher price tag increases perceived value. I mean, it does automatically. But it's like, what's the sweet spot? I don't know, because it's like their future career. Like if I can convince someone that they can get a 6-figure job or they can get an internship at Google with this resource, you'd easily pay $100 for that. You know, that's a no-brainer. So it's like, do I sell it for $100? I don't know. I got to convey that one, and then I also have to deliver. But I do think my product delivers. It's like it's hard in the info space to really guarantee like success, because it's really just like, are you gonna put in the work or not? And like most people, 99% of people don't put in the work, so the shit never works. And then you blame the person that sold the shit, and it's like, mother, you just didn't put in the work. Like all these gurus that are selling these courses nowadays, it's like, I would say like more than 80% of them actually give good information. But the people that they advertise to, it's like top of the funnel, like leads, you know. They just are not entrepreneurs, so they're not going to put in the work, and then they're going to get mad at the guy for fucking not making them rich, you know. It's like it's like the information is important, but you got to put in the work. So it's the same thing for what I'm selling to these students. It's like the information is good, it's definitely more than enough, but it's like now you got to go put in the work. So that's a little side tangent, but I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I'm about to be a free man. The freedom's been setting in a little bit more. I got 10 weeks of guaranteed freedom, and like I said, I just got to ride out my current brand success until one of these ebook bundles pops. And my other ebook store, I haven't actually shared much about that, and I probably won't. I'm not gonna share anything until I actually have a solid like infrastructure, until I have something made. But I've shared a little bit. Like I gotta make a script, another script to scrape leads, and it's gonna be much more complicated, but it'll be much more powerful and valuable. And then it's basically the same process at that point, just like a way different niche, way different fucking audience, but a relatively just email marketing, selling ebooks. So doing that, and then doing the career ebook stuff, like I said, and then my main brand. And yeah, main brand, I gotta go viral. I mean, Black Friday's coming up. Hopefully that's like a big boost in my shit. Like my main brand is actually fire. Like, it's such a good idea. And I came up with it myself. I can't share it. I can't say what it is. I'm sorry. I know some of you may want to know, but I can't. I can't tell you. Maybe later once it's shut down or something. But I don't want any competition. Because it's evergreen market. Like the product just it didn't exist before I brought it to the market. So I have zero competition for it. But anyway, it's like, yeah, it's just such a good product, and I just treat it like shit. So I'm gonna fucking I gotta lock in more with that and go viral. It's really easy for me to go viral with that product, so I gotta get back in the fucking swing of things with that and go viral and make some money, because that's not my job, you know? My new job is fucking slave to another brand, but it's not like that. The dynamic is not like that at all. It's just like, fuck, you know? It's not what I want to be doing. Like, when I work on the career ebook stuff, it's like, I thoroughly enjoy every step of the process, and I can work all fucking day long. With this brand, there's like, you're kind of just involved in every part of the process, and some of that shit sucks, like order fulfillment and content creation. I'm not the biggest fan of, but you gotta do what you gotta do, gotta make the money. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.